Alright, here we go. We've officially cut in a trail. We think it'll probably be pretty close to where our driveway goes. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to film it the whole way back. And there's Kim.
This part isn't going to be the driveway. This is just our footpath to get back to the car if we're up at the top.
Yep.
Because the driveway is going to be pretty long on the other side of the project or on the property.
Alright, here we go. Lead the way. Oh, you want me to lead the way?
Yeah, otherwise all you see is my backside.
Yeah, but at least then you can tell where it goes.
Well, you want me to get the front? I can get in front.
Might be easier that way.
Just one little swampy part here. You can see some deer paths.
I'll probably do this in fast motion just so you know. To speed it up, you know what I mean? Like we walk the whole thing. There's a deer path there. We're gonna borrow the deer path for just a bit.
Trickiest part here is getting up that thing.
So here's one of our creeks. You can see it's clearly not got any water in it right now.
When you get down here, there's a lot of ferns over that way.
This thing goes all the way down to the other end of the property. Water really gets running down here at times. Alright, we're gonna head on up the hill. You go ahead, Kim. You good?
Yeah. Already got most of it marked. Took us, what, you think 2 days to get through the whole thing?
Yeah, about 2 days.
And then a half a day to just kind of clean it back up a little bit more?
Yep.
Almost to the top.
Alright. As you can see, up here it starts to really flatten out a lot more. So, somewhere up here we're going to clear all this out up here, or at least quite a bit of it. Probably leave a lot of these cedar trees so they can grow up and look nice. Then we'll be able to clear it out. If you look back through there, you can see where it kind of gets light. That's the back of the property. There's a field back there that's completely clear. And some nice cedar trees there. There's another one there. And we're going to continue on. And we're not certain exactly where the house will go up here, but somewhere up in this area. Could be on the other side where we start to actually head back down. That way the driveway gets shorter. And we cut all this just by hand with some loppers. Some hand scissors, basically. I haven't really got my chainsaw out and used it much yet. That's coming though, don't worry.
I think we're heading back down now.
So we may end up putting the house somewhere on this edge, actually. Somewhere over here, and then clear out some of this part over on this side. So you can see down the hill and have a little bit of a view, possibly. And way back there, that could end up being the backyard. It's hard to say, but you can see how it's starting to slope downhill here. Got some nice mushrooms there. Yeah, here's where it starts to clear out a little bit more. So it's not quite so thick. We could end up putting a walkout basement somewhere, a walkout house, basement, whatever, over here. Smile. So the hardest part is the driveway. We're still pretty high, so you can see the hillside's way up there. But we've got to slowly slope it around the corner, all the way around. That's what makes this a little bit of a tough driveway. And right down there, I cut that log the other day. Where Kim's jumping over. I'm going to walk up around it just because it's easier. And we'll come back down this way. There's our path right there. Not as clear cut of a path, but we've got markers out here. So you can see right back up through there, there's a couple pink ones. Way up in there. And let's see. When we get to the bottom, we'll look and see if a copperhead is still there. See, we've dropped quite a bit. You can see the edge of the hill up there. We're gonna wrap it right around, try and stay on this here shelf. We didn't clear it quite as much through here once again, like I said. Yeah, we had to start clearing a little more again. See if we can stir up any deer while we're out here. We've seen at least one deer every time we've come out in 3 straight days. I'm going to show this side over here from this angle. You see how it drops kind of way down there in the bottom? Hopefully you can tell that, but then it goes up the other side over there. Way up on the hillside, kind of right up straight ahead. There's actually a waterfall over there that runs year round. It's pretty cool. We'll show it sometime too. That's going to take some work to get a path cut in over to it, but we're hoping to eventually clear it out to where you can see it. Look at a dead tree. Alright, so our path will start to pick back up here. Headed to the left there. You can see kind of right down straight ahead. You're watching for snakes, right? Mm-hmm. Somewhere down here is where the black snake was the other day. It gets a little bit rocky down through here, so but we're hoping to stay up on this shelf and kind of drop around this corner instead of having to drop or cut into the side. Let her walk on ahead just a little bit. Yep. Good. Barbed wire down here, so we went ahead and marked that, so we'll remember to cut it out. It's starting to thicken back up. Again, some more cedar trees. We originally tried to go that way. That didn't work out so well. We got down there and it was not exactly where we wanted it. So then we decided to cut around this corner. It's hard to tell exactly where the drive's going to go yet, but you get the idea. Another nice cedar tree. Okay, we'll probably take it down straight through there, but that's a lot of briars. We just didn't feel like cutting through it. So we kind of come up just a bit to go around it for now. And drop back down. You can see the road off in the distance there. So this is probably one of the trickier spots because it's one of the steeper spots. So somewhere off that way, we're gonna end up bringing in the drive. The driveway alone is gonna be a pretty good project. We're working our way down through here. Yep. And the drive's gonna end up going straight through all that stuff. You can see we're about to cut some stuff here. We made our trail come up this way just to get around some of that really thick stuff. Huh? There's some more barbed wire. So you can see how thick that stuff is. It's nasty. This wasn't real thin, but now it gets a little bit crazy down through here. This is the fun part. So we're getting pretty close to the end. We've got one bridge we're gonna have to build, kind of a box culvert style bridge here at the bottom. Now you can see we kind of dropped into the bottom here. And here we are coming up on that creek. Same creek as before, way up the hill, but now we're gonna cross it here. Let me show it to you. So, see it there? I'm gonna go on down. I'm gonna walk down the creek just a bit. You can see way back over there, the creek gets a lot wider. So that's part of the reason we decided this looks like one of the best places to cross it. And then back in here is where we saw a copperhead. And I managed to actually hit it first shot with my 380. You alright, Kim? So far, so good.
Almost stepped on it, which is how we found it. Yeah, it's right there.
Is it still alive?
I think it's dead.
We're not gonna go play with it by any means, but I'll show it to you on the camera.
So you drop me off with the equipment, and I go to set the saw down, and it goes slithering right by my hand.
So, step down in here. Let's see. Yep. You can see it way. Well, I might be able. See it right there. I managed to hit it with my 380 and it looks like the flies are all over it, so it's probably dead by now.
First shot.
I hit it with one shot. That's how we started our day today, on Sunday, July 5th. And then the last trick, big ditch here just to get into the property.
And the car is probably about 2/10, quarter mile that way.
Right up the hill.
Around the
Yep.
bend.
So let me step back just a bit so you can see the drive. See just how deep that ditch is, I mean. So there you can kind of get an idea of the depth of the ditch. So, and then we'll walk on up the driveway, up the road.
We haven't explored this side yet. There's 10 acres over here.
So all of this over here, there's about 10 acres on this side of the road. We haven't even ventured up in there yet. It's about 20 minutes to walk it fairly slow.
Mm-hmm.
But kill it.